harvest is always the most exciting time for any winemaker. All the hard work of the entire year is channeled into a short period of a few weeks. Every decision you make has a massive impact on the final result. The unpredictable weather is the driving force for every step. This makes our job just as unpredictable until the very last moment. This is the thrill that drives us and that we are addicted to. When we left for our well-deserved summer break at the beginning of August, we were more than ready for the harvest of 2022. Due to our biodynamic practice, our vineyards were so well hydrated during the growing season that despite the extreme dryness of the summer, we barely had to use our irrigation system. At this point, we already knew that it would come down to an early harvest this year, but no one had thought that we would have to end our vacation earlier than expected. On the last day of August, we started this year's harvest with the Auxerrois from our Hassapfel site, at the perfect time. From here on it went blow by blow. Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, Pinot Noir followed in the days to come. The hot temperatures accelerated the ripening, and by now we had all completely arrived in harvest mode. All our Burgundies from our Große Lagen were in the cellar before the 10th of September. Without our harvest team, consisting of more than 80 people, it would have never been possible to harvest all our vineyards at just the right ripeness with so much care. They all made it possible for us to selectively and quickly handpick even our steepest slope and to check each grape with a critical eye. Halfway through, the lovely hot summer weather was abruptly replaced by tons of rainfall. After 150 litres of rain in just 3 days, it became quite clear to us that the second part of the harvest was going to be less of a fairy tale than the first. From here on, it was clear that the speed of our already fast harvest would have to increase quite drastically. The concern for our Riesling and Blaufränkisch grew quickly as we hadn't harvested a single berry of these varieties so far. Immediately after the grapes dried during the first sunny morning, the harvest was continued, and we set new records 3 days in a row. The initial perfect autumn had turned into quite the opposite. This also meant that our cellar team was facing a growing challenge. Our philosophy of minimizing interventions in the cellar was put to the test during these days, but our confidence in our sites gave us the necessary composure. One night shift followed the other as our presses ran non-stop. Despite the difficult conditions, we stuck to our decision to ferment our wine spontaneously. And while the first young red wines already found their new home in the barrique and tonneau barrels, our freshly harvested red grapes were still fermented in wooden cuves, pushed down by hand and flooded. Going all in with the late harvest had paid off. At the end, Kapellenberg, Husarenkappe and Dicker Franz rewarded our courage with fantastic qualities. This harvest had demanded a lot of strength, sweat and passion from all of us. This amount of dedication from the entire team is something that cannot be forced, but arises from our passion for the craft that we chose and love. We are all united by our willingness to always go the extra mile and to never pick the easy route over the one that we know is best for our wines.